Well, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy IW Gala-Eve.
Woo! We made it.
It's not a federal holiday, but
she's excited.
She's excited. She's excited. All the office ladies and everybody who's working with the auction, they're going to be going through puppy withdrawals after this weekend.
Yes.
We were just talking about that with Ashley. So, yeah, it's going to be an awesome weekend. The silent auction is now open. We have a few. My office has kind of been transformed. I took down pictures of my own family just for this.
Yes.
But we got some of our silent auction items up here as well. Little baskets and things. That auction is open, and you can participate even if you don't have a ticket to the gala itself. And we also, once again, have raffle tickets.
Yes.
For things like a Gucci purse.
A Gucci handbag.
Gucci handbag.
It's beautiful.
I have bought tickets for this for a friend.
Yes.
For a friend.
Your mother will be very happy.
She'll be very happy.
One chance for $35 or 3 for $100. Those tickets are all of it. Anything we mentioned is on GiveSmart. So go to the IW GiveSmart and you will see the raffles. We also have a raffle for our 0.7 carat Bubbles and Bling diamond. This is for attendees only. It's going to be a really fun champagne toast, and somebody, when they're drinking their champagne, will then find out how to look at their glass and find out if they are the winner of this diamond. With no choking hazard, so it will not be
so it's not in the
It's not
going to be in there. That's good.
And a $250 design fee to put it into a setting. So that's
that would be a really bad ending to the evening if you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it wouldn't be great.
So yeah, you're right.
Gucci handbag. You can get a raffle ticket for this on GiveSmart. The Bubbles and Bling, that's for attendees only, but it's really going to be an awesome experience.
Golden ticket if you're not there. It's $100. I'm really people are excited about this one. You buy one ticket or two, as many as you want. There's only 100 sold, and that person, whether you do not have to be there, so friends, family, neighbors, strangers, we'll take anybody's money. Thank you for the donation. They get, whoever wins gets the first pick of the live auction items, excluding Bonnie and the Destin trip. But we have blues packages in there. We have a Big Cedar Lodge weekend. We have a Bourbon Trail weekend. So for a $100 ticket, you could end up with one of the top live auctions. So you just have to
keep your phone on, right?
You keep your phone on. And GiveSmart, when you're checking out, if you're not attending, it will ask you which of the items.
So
what is your pick?
We'll know.
Yes.
Smart.
We cannot start the live auction without that winner. So
So you'll have to say which item you want when you register.
Yes, if you're not attending. If you're attending, then you can just the element of surprise and pick that night. And then the last raffle we have is the free family tuition. So thank you to these two for the great idea. We will be drawing that in December, but that's another $100 a ticket, and it's free tuition for a single household. But grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, again, strangers, anybody can buy those tickets, and they're all on the GiveSmart website. Yeah,
just designate which household you want. If you're a grandparent, it's not all of your grandkids, so looking at you, Twellman family and others. So we have a lot of big families here at Incarnate, extended families, but one household. But yeah, that should be an awesome raffle experience as well. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great time. The gym is already starting to look unrecognizable, folks. Stacy Sabino and her team, they have been working all week on that, and it's really gonna be incredible.
Yeah, and if you're bored on Sunday, feel free to just show up from 9 to noon to help us take it down, because that's gonna be a labor of love. But we'll have donuts, coffee, and kids are welcome. So 9 to noon, show up in the gym, and I'm sure it counts towards stewardship.
Yeah.
So just get on up here, have some fun.
Yeah. Another announcement, at least about today. Today's a half day for our school kids, and one of the things we're trying to at least get across to folks, obviously because we have a lot of families in our school, the parking situation for dismissal requires a little bit of planning. So again, we always ask folks to not use the main part of our front lot from 2:45 to 3:15, I think is the time that we have on the sign.
Yeah.
But we have a half day today, so we're asking folks, if you're going to be around, please park over by the rectory if you aren't one of our school families, so that we can do dismissal. Half days are a little bit different, kind of throws everybody for a loop. So again, if you could maybe not use those spots today, that would be great.
Especially if you're helping set up.
Yes, especially if you're setting up for the gala as well.
Good. Well, Medicare 101.
Yeah, on a totally, now for something totally different.
Because Incarnate Word's always doing like 18 things at once. Tomorrow morning we have Medicare 101 and estate planning, a speaker series of 3 people that are going to talk about those important items. So you're welcome to attend if that applies to you and is helpful. and that will be in the Watson room downstairs in Bollinger Hall.
Yeah, and it's important. I mean, everything from just your medical needs to your estate planning, even to funeral planning. We get plenty of folks who are devout parishioners whose kids might not practice the faith, who don't really get a Catholic funeral because they haven't made their plans known. And we want you to be able to have a Catholic funeral. Yes. We want to be able to pray for you in that way, as we do as Catholics. So, yeah, just a really important thing to consider. I know my parents are going next week to pick out their gravesite. They're making it a day. They're going to go.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's like on Tuesday or something. They're going to the cemetery, picking out a gravesite.
So they can't trust their kids.
Well, no, they can't. They can't. I'm cheap.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so that it's a wonderful opportunity for folks who haven't been able to do that yet. So, and then tomorrow is also Veterans Day. Mm-hmm. Remembrance Day in the UK and other countries, but in America it's Veterans Day, and we thank all of our veterans who have served our country in the armed forces. Our thanks, words do not express our gratitude to the service that our veterans have provided and the sacrifices that they and their families have made over the years. And our students at Incarnate are going to do a Veterans Day presentation. That's on Monday, correct, at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So you can call the parish office between now and then if you'd like to come. But it's always a wonderful tradition at Incarnate to have a beautiful Veterans Day presentation for all in our parish and among our school families who have served our country in the armed forces. So, and that'll be at 2 p.m. on Monday. You can call the parish office for details.
Great. And then next Thursday we have a school open house. We're doing that a little bit early because we have limited space in the school. We for new families that don't know what's going on, we want to give them a chance to look around. So that's Thursday, November 16th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. So we encourage you to go to the school website or call the school to register, and we'll look forward to showing you around Thursday.
Excited about our school. So many great things happening. Mm-hmm. And then baptisms. Lawson James Schubert, son of Zachary and Victoria, was baptized this past Saturday, November 4th. So congratulations to baby Lawson. Really, really wonderful always.
And he was not, I was kind of upset because, I've been a priest for 15 years. No one's ever named their, baby in honor of me, But then we have Deacon Lawson. He's been he's been a deacon for 3 months.
3 months. He's already having children named after him.
Yeah, they assured me. Yeah, they assured me that was not the inspiration for his name. So I felt better.
Yeah, I would feel better too. Yeah, I would feel better as well. Cool. All right, readings this weekend.
Yeah, so I was going to preach, but I actually haven't heard confirmation, but I think Deacon Lawson is preaching for me.
Gotcha.
It's a good gospel.
It is. It's a good gospel, and it's a really good second reading. I'm going to kind of focus on the second reading a little bit. It's a reading that's often used at funerals. It begins with St. Paul saying, "We do not want you to be unaware, brothers and sisters, about those who have fallen asleep, so that you may not grieve like the rest who have no hope." I'm going to talk about that a little bit because we're kind of shifting toward the end of the liturgical year to talk about sort of the end of life and death. And so I think it's important to kind of segue into that. And what I'm going to talk about is we love being part of communities here on earth. We love that. It's a great thing. But unfortunately, all of those communal things, they end at death. And the real measure of true community or true communion is whether it endures after death. And I'm going to talk about how, we're members of great collectives and groups here on earth. Everything from, I've been on a baseball team. We're members of our parish and all of these wonderful things. But they really don't hold a candle to our communion with God that is supposed to endure after death. And even we are still united with those who have gone before us through faith, especially united at Mass through the Eucharist. We call the Eucharist communion for a reason. That we're united with not only the church here on earth, but the church suffering in purgatory and the church triumphant in heaven. So I'm going to kind of talk about the real communion that our hearts long for, what we're made for, and how we should concentrate on our communion with God at a much more higher level, even than the great communities that we form here on earth. So
that's great. And I was going to talk about, well, there's this thing, the detail in the gospel where there's the wise virgins and the foolish virgins, and they're all supposed to be waiting for the bridegroom, and half of them have enough oil and half of them don't. And so the foolish ones ask for the oil from the wise ones, and they're like, we go get your own. And I think sometimes we hear that and we're like, that's kind of selfish. Like, why couldn't they help them out? But it's sort of a symbol of our relationship with God. It's something that no one else can give us. We can't ask someone.
Do for us.
Yeah. Some things you have to do for yourself. And I was thinking of this because a parishioner typed in, just sort of on a whim, like kind of how to have a great parish into AI, and was having a conversation. And it was building a whole plan. And the encouraging thing, they sent me the whole conversation. We're doing a lot of it. But the whole reason I've not taken the bait, because some priests are starting to try AI for their homilies. Because,
I have not.
AI is smart,
Saves you so much time.
Yeah, right. Saves so much time. But some things you have to do for yourself, whether that's your relationship with God, whether it's writing your own homily, all these sort of things. So, I think the gospel this weekend is a reminder, we can't ride the coattails of someone else's grace or accomplishments. We have to, do our own good works.
At some point, though, I at least want to say, give me an 8-minute homily in the style of Father Mike Schmitz.
And it probably would in 30 seconds.
It would come out within 30 seconds, and it would probably be a boatload of words that I would have to read really, really fast, because Father Mike Schmitz you have to read him on like 0.75 speed whenever you're listening to him on podcasts. So.
Well, it looks like we've knocked out here's one of the foolish virgins.
Yeah. I know.
Fallen asleep. She's
You know what? You reminded me, talking about Mass. I have one last thing. Can I add?
Sure.
If you're attending 5 o'clock Mass tomorrow night, we actually will have a table set up. And if you want to come at like 4:30, 4:45, we can actually do your coat check. If you're attending the gala, do your coat check, get you checked in. So right after Mass, you can go on over to the Kent Center and get your welcome drink. And the cocktail hour starts at 6.
Yeah.
So if you're coming to 5 o'clock Mass, definitely come a few minutes early so we can kind of take care of that for you. So that you can just go over and start enjoying the evening.
Yeah, we should be good on parking and everything as well. So yeah, and you can utilize the back lot as well. Yeah. So we'll have plenty of parking for everybody. Should be a great evening.
We're so excited! It's here. I can't believe it.
It is. Yeah. Well, have a wonderful weekend. If you see us a little bleary-eyed on Sunday or Monday, you'll know that the gala was a great success.
Mainly me. He's referring to me.
The bar was kept in my office for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it's all there.
Probably more trustworthy than I am. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. See you at the gala this weekend. God bless.